Hey everybody, Mark Asher. Welcome back to another year of fantasy football, Ash's Fantasy Facts. Big success last year, and we're looking forward to making it even bigger and better this year. Now, we've all run out, right, to the supermarket. Grab these books as we get ready for our drafts coming up in the next couple days or weeks. Well, I'm here to help you get rid of the book, and we've put together a mock draft. Here's how I've done it. I've compiled some of the mock drafts from some of the best players in fantasy football that I play against, and we've put together one mock draft. We average our scores out, and we're going to try to help you win your league this year. So let's get right to it. The 12-person league mock draft here on Ash's Fantasy Facts. Pick number one. Every year there seems to be a new number one. It's the flavor of the year, and this year's flavor is Arian Foster, the running back of the Houston Texans. 1,600 yards and 16 touchdowns last year. The Houston Texans are going to be a team to be reckoned with in the AFC, and Arian Foster should have another banner season. As we move on to pick number two, Adrian Peterson of the Minnesota Vikings. You know, people say Adrian Peterson had a down year last year. He had 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. That's a down year. I'll take that because I think AP will be better, especially with Donovan McNabb under center around the goal line. Favre liked to fling the ball around, especially inside the 10. Now they'll rely on AP to get into the end zone. As we move on to pick number three, I warn you, this is the one I'm a little nervous about because this guy's not even in camp. He wants $30 million guaranteed, and the Tennessee Titans don't want to give it to him, but we all know that if he plays, Chris Johnson is a home run hitter at running back. He rushed for 2,000 yards just 2 seasons ago. He could duplicate that once again. But first things first, he's got to get into camp. So if your draft's coming up in the next couple days, I don't know that Chris Johnson goes third overall. We move on to the fourth pick. This is a guy that touches the ball a lot for the Baltimore Ravens. Ray Rice, the running back. He is a guy that catches the ball in the backfield. If you're in a points per reception league, he's very good. The thing with Ray Rice, 1,800 yards, but only 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns. He doesn't get in the end zone a lot. I'm not the hugest Ray Rice fan, but at number 4, there is definitely value there. As we move on to number 5, a guy a lot like Ray Rice, touches the ball a lot with the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's Jamaal Charles. 1,900 total yards of offense last year. Again, he doesn't get in the end zone as much as I would like for him to, but he is Mr. Consistency. 12 of the 16 games last year, double-digit fantasy football numbers. That's what you want from one of your top picks. And at number 5, I would definitely take Jamaal Charles. Now, I'm going to warn you in the next 3 picks, these are all interchangeable because to me, they're all kind of the same guy. And at number 6, maybe the biggest question mark in the entire mock draft, MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew, coming off a surgically repaired knee. He started so slow last season for Jacksonville. Then he had a 6-game stretch that was unreal. People question if Jacksonville's going to be any good and if MJD is on the downside of his career. 6 might be a little high, but he's going to go anywhere between 6 and 9 in your mock draft. As we go to pick number 7, this is a guy that I think is kind of Mr. Consistency. Michael Turner of the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta won 13 games last year. They're going to be good again this year. This guy is a workhorse. He gets the touches. He gets into the end zone. I look for Atlanta to be good once again, and I look for Michael Turner to lead them. As we go to pick number 8 in the Ash's Fantasy Facts mock draft for 2011, pick 8 is one of my favorite guys. Why? Well, I had him on like every team I had last year, and he helped me win some money, if you know what I'm saying. LaShawn McCoy of the Philadelphia Eagles. This is also a guy that touches the ball a ton. He had about 1,600 total yards. He scored 9 touchdowns. Now, some people say, will Michael Vick take some of those touchdowns away? Maybe. Oh, and by the way, if you take LaShawn McCoy, make sure later in the draft you grab Ronnie Brown, because I'm not sure how they're going to utilize Ronnie Brown, but he's the backup. I'd get him in the later rounds just to be safe. It's quarterback time. Finally, a quarterback off the board, and the quarterback off the board is going to be from the world champion Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. I love Aaron Rodgers. Great player. He had a fantastic season last year, almost 4,000 yards passing, and not a lot of interceptions, only 11. 28 touchdowns. I look for more touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers this year. Remember, he had all his backfield and his tight end get hurt last year. They're all going to be back and healthy. I think Aaron Rodgers throws for 32 to 36 touchdowns this year. That's great value at number 9. As we go to number 10, let's get the quarterback roll going. Yeah, Michael Vick. I've seen him as high as number 2 in some mock drafts. I'm not that high on Michael Vick, but he is one of those home run guys. When Michael Vick goes off, he goes off, and you want him on your team. Michael Vick will score touchdowns with his legs and with his arms. However, draft a pretty good backup if you go with Michael Vick because you know He's not playing 16 games this year. Andre Johnson is coming in at number 11. Look, right now there's a lot of running backs still on the board. But if you want to get yourself the best wide receiver in the game, you can take him here, especially in a snake draft, know you're coming back, and you can pick up a running back there. I love Andre Johnson. And he didn't have the greatest year last year. I look for bigger things. He scored 8 touchdowns. Look for 12 to 14 this year from Andre Johnson. I think Houston's going to be fantastic, and this is the guy that's going to see a lot of the passes. And that gets us to number 12, the final pick in the Ashes Fantasy Facts mock draft. The 12th pick comes from the Pittsburgh Steelers. They fell a little short in the Super Bowl, and some say it might have been because of this guy, but they got to the Super Bowl because of Rashard Mendenhall, a fantastic number 1 running back with really no number 2 in Pittsburgh. This guy gets the goal line carries. He gets all the carries. He's a workhorse, and I look for another big year from Rashard Mendenhall. You could also go Darren McFadden from Oakland here at number 12. There you go. That's how we do it. Ashes Fantasy Facts, the mock draft for 2011. Look for the Ashes Fantasy Facts segment on ArizonaSports.com every Thursday, right before you set your lineups. Watch the video. I'll give you some guys to sit, some guys to start, and hopefully together we can win your league. You can also reach me, ash@ktar.com, on Facebook, Mark Asher, or on Twitter @ash620. Good luck in your drafts. Be smart, and let's get a win in 2011.